How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas love. Filipinas live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as PBA Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content.
Sa pagbubukas ng panibagong komperensya ng PBA in its 50th season, ito nga po ang Commissioner's Cup, isang bagong look na kupunan ang Converge FiberXers, makakatapat nila isang bagong challenger in the PBA, a guest team in the Macau Black Knights. Maraming ang nagbago dito sa Converge at una nilang susubukan itong mga tayo mula sa Macau. At po namin ang labang to mula sa sahig ng Ninoy Aquino Stadium, a new challenger here in the PBA 50. Solid ang ating laban ngayon this evening. John, sulit po makakasama natin the one and only Dr. J. Andy Howe, later to be joined by Miss Apple David. Doc J, we are back. The PBA is back. It's a good time here in the Ninoy Aquino Stadium.
Good evening, Jot. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you, Doc.
Looking good. But, you know, every time we have a guest team here in the PBA, not only this recent decade, but even in the past, we've always had good performances from them. You know, we remember the Eastern team and so on. But Macau, what do you call this, the Black Knights, we saw them with the Gilas team.
Yes.
And they played very, very well against us. They've got a lot of good players, and they're a very solid team. So they should give us a very nice performance this conference. On the other hand, I think everybody is very excited about the rejuvenated Converge FiberXers.
Absolutely. Well, una muna nating titingnan itong lineup ng Macau. And once we take a look at this, you'll see immediately may mga bagong pangalan as always, pero meron din mga pamilyar sa ating mga PBA fans, Doc.
Yan, katulad ni Damian Chongki, si Ramon Cao, Jenning, we remember him also in their performance, Jenning Liu. And then, of course, their import who has played here in the past, Tony Mitchell. Only 6'7", but 33 years old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And a pretty good player who has played here before with the Star team and with the NLEX Road Warriors.
Absolutely. At alam mo, Doc, yung mga numero at yung overall game nito ni Tony Mitchell, when he played here twice before, both were very impressive stints. Yun nga lang, eventually, yung mga pinaglaruan niyang koponan decided to go a different direction. Pinalitan siya as their import. But we'll take a look at now the numbers that he posted. Kita mo nung naglalaro siya sa Star, 21 and 14. Nung nag-NLEX naman siya, 27 and 13 halos yung kanyang mga numero.
So improving, getting better as he gets older. And solid naman siya. Of course, maybe the only difference in an import-laden conference that is unlimited in height is he's only 6'7". So medyo maliit. But sometimes you play bigger than your height and that can help, no?
That's right. Yun yung isa pang very, very interesting dito sa ating Commissioner's Cup. For the first time in a very long time, Doc, walang height limit ang ating mga imports. And Converge is gonna put that to full use because as we take a look at their lineup right now, makikita natin yung pangalan ng kanilang reinforcement in Kyler Kelly, who stands 7 feet tall. Meron din tayong handful of 7-footers playing as imports this conference, Doc.
Yeah, itong si Kyler Kelly is only 28 years old from Utah. That's why you see a white guy, most probably, maybe even a Mormon, if he's from Utah, no? Because they are the land of the Mormons, actually, the state of the Mormons. Only 28 years old, but you can see that he stands way above all the other players on that team, no?
Pero Doc, hindi lang si Kyler Kelly yung bagong dagdag dito sa FiberXers. Not in uniform, dahil still nursing an injury, Calvin Abueva has joined the Converge FiberXers. Tapos nadagdag din sa kanila si Jonel Policarpio, si Kurt Rayson, and we even see Mikey Williams finally in uniform para sa Converge.
Yeah, alam mo, marami silang, they also gave up a lot. But I think the addition of Calvin Abueva and Policarpio is going to be a very big factor to them. Makes them more athletic, very tough, good defense, also good offense. Both are good rebounders. And there is Kyler Kelly on your screens right now, no?
Yeah, kita mo naman din yung kartada nito. Last played in the NBA G League dun sa South Bay Lakers. But he did have a stint in the NBA. Naglaro po ito para sa Dallas Mavericks in the league. But spent most of his time dun nga sa G League kung saan he was hailed as one of the top defensive players in that NBA G League.
Well, medyo mahaba na at nakita mo mahaba rin yung kanyang mga kamay. So could be a big defensive presence for them underneath the basket as we see him there with a nice good smile.
Nakangiti pa ngayon, hindi pa masyado binabangga. Pag nagulat yan sa physicality ng PBA, baka mabura yung kiti.
Well, maybe with Macau, hindi mangyari yun dahil yung mga physical nakakakampi niya eh.
That's true. That's true. Ito si Calvin Abueva on your screens. And he had a monster conference ng Philippine Cup. Kaya lang magsisimula siya in civilian clothes, in street clothes dito sa conference na to as he continues to nurse an injury. But the stage is set for the new look Converge FiberXers, for the new challengers in the Macau Black Knights. We're moments from tip-off, but right now, let's meet the starters from both teams.
Black Knights! Point guard, number 2, Damian Chong-Kui. Shooting guard, number 7, Jenning Liu. Small forward, number 48, Lao Chon-Po. Power forward, number 3, Raymond Chow. And at center, number 14, Tony Mitchell. Coaching the Black Knights is Garrett Kelly. It is now time to meet the starters for the Converge FiberXers. Point guard from Mandaluyong City, number 1, Juan Gomez del Llano. Shooting guard from Darwin Negros Oriental, number 12, Alex Stockton. Small forward from Macalit, Pampanga, number 16, Jonel Ponicornio. Power forward from Mabalacat, Pampanga, number 19, Justin Baltazar. And at center is a FiberXers import number 7, Tyler Kelly. Coaching the FiberXers is Dennis Pineda. Game officials are Bing Oliva, Jeff Mantai, James Pius, and Joe Guy. Receiving some of the supervision and regulation.
The officials on your screens, Oliva, Tantay, Pius, and Guy on the call for this one. And the starters, battered by yung mga imports nila, Tony Mitchell and Tyler Kelly. Pero eto nga pong si Raymond Cao is also familiar to us kasi nung itong si Raymond Cao ng Macau Black Knights, who stands very tall as well, it's around 6'6". Naglaro to for Eastern last season.
Tama, I remember him now as I look at his face. That's maybe one of the reasons why eventually they might go to their 7'6" guy. But right now, you have a lot of more mobility with their team since they do have a lot of local players, local on their side that are big enough. No?
That's right. Alam mo, sinasabi mo nga 6'7" lang to si Tony Mitchell. Pero grabe kasi yung leaping ability niyan, Doc, which he has already shown. Interestingly too, he has been in the Philippines for quite some time, playing sa mga ligang labas, di ba, in exhibition matches. Eh, malapit na rin yata maging Pinoy ito si Tony Mitchell.
I'm sure they would like to.
Here's Cao, early shot, no good. Kelly with the board.
You see the big man of Converge running. Oh.
Itong Converge, Doc, we already know in-establish agad nila yung just twin towers nila in Arana and Baltazar. But how do you think another 7-foot or another big man like Kelly will be able to boost yung kanilang performance sa front court?
Well, you know, Baltazar for me has never been a center. He's a power forward and he fits having a big man for him to play as a power forward. Si Arana ang dapat mag-adjust, but he's also a power forward. So, you know, better for him to play as a power forward rather than as a center where he has the tendency to foul a lot, you know. So, dito maybe ma-preserve yun.
Yun yung kailangan ingatan. Ni Arana has been limited by foul trouble in previous conferences. Chong Kui, he's the top scorer of Macau dun sa mga laro nila in the EASL. Yung missing from the corner. Gomez Del Llano, one of the top rookies, apologizes to his import dahil hindi niya nakalkula na maayos yung kanyang bounce pass.
You know, siyempre, hindi ka pa kilala masyado ng taon yun. No? He knows that you can make the pass. But first of all, that pass was out, not going in, not going to the basket for a big man. Nice play. Kita mo
Ganda ng anggulo natin, Doctor, para makitang papasok talaga yung tira niya.
It's only about the height of a little smaller than Gomez, Del Llano.
Chong Kui is listed at 5'8" in EASL.
He's probably 5'8", pero mabilis. So, great dribbling ability. Nice setup again. Pero ayaw pa pumasok ang 3-point shooting dito ng Macau.
That's a miss from Lau Chon Pong. Baltazar ang susubok ng tres. That's a miss as well. Gomez Del Llano secures the board. He'll take a shot from the corner. A miss. Kelly. Missing again. Converge. Tatlong opportunities yun doon. Walang pumasok.
He didn't take his time there. When he was in the paint, he could have taken his time before throwing up the hook.
Here's Chong Kui. Shifty. It's Leung from the other side. Wala pa rin.
Malasan sila eh. Remember, I covered that game between Gilas and them in the first half. They made all their 3-point shots.
Nung second half na lang tayo nakahabol dun. Yeah. We covered that game together.
They made all their 3-point shots in the beginning. Eventually, we made the right adjustment and defended against the 3-point shots properly.
Now attacking the basket, huli kay Kelly.
And that's what you were talking about, his ability to be a perimeter inside defender, no? That he can come in with his long arms. At the same time, he's very agile. Hindi naman siya mabagal, eh, no? Because you can see he's fit, physically fit.
Yeah. Yung pulma niya, Doc, is the modern big man na hindi na masyadong malapad. It's Stockton with 4 seconds on the clock. He has to make his move. Alec, bibigay pa sana kay Policarpio, but that is the buzzer that signals the shot clock expires on the FiberXers. 4-2 ang score natin.
I look at well, and we will talk about some of the schedules for these two teams. As they go in the next 2 weeks, they're playing a lot of games.
Sunod-sunod niya yung sa umpisa na itong conference for them. Matasar cracks it down. Tumatakbo na naman ang Converge. Policarpio gets past Lau Chuan Bon.
Remember, I told you, this guy is the one I really wanted. The 6'7" guy, athletic. Alam natin, malapit siya sa coach nila. So obviously, he's going to play very hard to prove for himself. No? He has had some great games and a great start with the NLEX Road Warriors. But now he moves on to a team that probably really wants him a lot.
Actually, Doc, kahit walang import ng Converge, if you think about the front court na may Baltazar, tapos stress mo yung Policarpio.
Yeah, well, you think of close to travel. But the point there is, of course, with an import, kawawa ka naman pag pinita ka sa ilalim. Especially if we're talking about the 7 shooters that we have in this tournament. Lot of errors here. Only 2 points for Macau. They're 0 out of 3 or 0 out of 4 from 3-point territory. But once they get going, you know, they can pile up the points very quickly.
And actually, the 3-pointers you mentioned that they missed, they were good looks.
In and out, actually, nga. And they were good looks. They're all set up. That's the way that they play.
In comes Phoenix Shackelford. Someone that's played collegiate basketball in the U.S., part of the Macau Black Knights.
Very competitive team rin talaga itong Macau. And, you know, unlike Eastern, who had 3 very impressive players from the very start, ito, I think they had more of a balanced team. Not spectacular, but balanced enough.
Stockton, bigay kay Baltazar. Slamming it home.
Naka-Amerikana pa dito yung coach nila.
Coach Karen Kelly.
Matangkat rin, eh. He's about 6'6", so 6'7".
Baka nagtataka po kayo, 2 points na lang ulit ang dunk natin, Doc, kasi sa All-Star, 3 points.
Hindi naman talaga dapat 3 points yan. That was make it a nice side show. And Japet took advantage of it.
Kaya nag-All-Star MVP.
Congratulations, Japet Aguilar.
Iilan lang yun, Doc, ay nakakatatlong All-Star MVP in their careers. Lau. It's Chokwe.
Ito pala ang nakaka-score sa kanila.
And he tried out the 4-point line. Chokwe gives it to Mitchell. Nahuli ni Kelly.
Nablang kayo, pero he was asking for a goaltending because he felt it was on the hook.
And Baltazar, back-to-back hits.
4 points already, pero hindi pa rin tumatawag ng timeout itong coach nila. You know, he's just letting his players play.
What Coach Garrett Kelly asked for was a review dun sa block kanina on Tony Mitchell, but look at Balti rise up and hammer it down.
Yung sinasabi mo, John, I think we have that in our protocol. They do review if there's a goaltending later on when they have a dead ball situation where they can talk to the officials here. They can review if that was a goaltending, if it was on the way down.
Yeah, so I think yun din naman yung sinagot sa kayo ng officials table. Don't worry.
Later. Yeah, relax. Hold your horses.
Nasa kabilang side din kasi, Doc, yung review, di ba? Yung sa technical table.
Saka you cannot stop the play like that. Nako, that's going to be a backcourt violation because it hit him and then it went to the backcourt where he picked it up. Talagang lumalim talaga itong bench ng although they gave up Winston, which is a big player. But like I said, they got Policarpio. They got Rayson from Meralco. You know, marami silang nakuha. That can give you playing minutes.
Here's Chokwe. Huli kay Juan Gomez Eliano.
What perfect timing there. Was there a foul call? Oh,
A
yeah.
foul is called on GDL.
That's surprising because it really looked like a clean block. Maybe downstairs. O bangga ng katawan. Yeah, well, yeah. Pwede rin yung tao. Because you lead into the guy. But sayang yung effort ng tao.
That didn't look like a foul from the replay angle. But it had already been whistled at hindi rin naman challenge ni Coach Delta Pineda. And so, Chong Kui was able to get his third point.
Alam mo, challenges are to be saved. At saka ba't ka magcha-challenge? First quarter na, lamang ka pa ng 10-2 at that time. Eh. Laki ng lamang mo. Eh, no? The guy is not gonna foul out with that one foul.
Arana.
That's gonna be a foul. That's a holding foul. He used two hands to block the drive of Arana. And that's a good call by the referee. Apat na team foul na pala dito. Apat na team foul ng Converge. Dalawa pa lamang dito ang Macau.
Alam mo, every time we have a guest team, it makes it a whole lot more interesting. Kasi syempre kung para lang yan dumadayo, di ba? Sa mga laro natin sa mga barangay, pag may dayo, you always want to protect your home turf.
Hindi, isa na yun. Pangalawa, talaga exciting yan para sa mga fans ng basketball. Because you want to see other style of basketball out there. Ang problema ng Macau, wala tayong mga daming Macauinis. Yan, 3-point shots.
Takes the out, right? At the shot clock buzzer, pumasok yung tres ni Archie.
Concepcion.
Leong, hinahanap pa rin yung tira niya sa labas. It still doesn't go. Lou, CJ. Now it's Shackelford. Gustong atakihin si Policarpio. They go back to Lou. Banggaan sila ni Arana and that's sent back by Kelly.
Yan, pababa na. Pero that's what he's going to keep on doing, di ba? Habang nandyan siya.
Tingnan natin itong bailout 3 ni Archie Concepcion. 3-point shot na din sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook. So, yung unang sapal ni Kelly, hindi na nila binilang na goaltender. No? They reviewed it and saw that it was good. Chong Kui will try again. This time disrupted by Concepcion.
Yung pa dapat tatawagan ng foul. Tatawagan mo kasi yung nangyari kay Juan.
Oh, good D by Shackelford. Chased down by Concepcion. Hindi na aabot.
Mayroon pa siyang bodyguard dun. May kicker pa siya dun.
Kaya hindi umabot yung depensa.
Iikot pa si Concepcion.
Garcia pinasok na rin. Had his first stint at an All-Star game nung nakaraan. Played in the RSJ game. A second under 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. It's the Converge FiberXers up by 5. We'll be right back.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Patunayan itong roster na meron ng Converge ngayon. Dagdag pa ni Coach Delta Pineda, they only had 2 practices na kompleto sila after the FIBA window, the PBA All-Star, and their new acquisitions coming in. And especially against a guest team they have little scouting about, he doesn't expect a lot in this game. Pati nga daw fans, wag muna daw sana masyado mag-expect. But one thing is for sure for Coach Delta, in this opening game, with all the talent they have, gusto niya makita yung kanyang mga manlalaro playing for each other, playing as a team. Jut and Dr. J.
Well, so far so good for them. Thank you so much, Apple, for that report. They're up by 6 now. wala pang Calvin Abueva, Dok. Si Mikey Williams hindi pa pumapasok sa laro.
Sipag talaga ni Apple, 2 games na naman siya.
Grabe, no? Hindi napapagod yan si Apple.
Iba yan. Naggaling pa sa All-Star yan.
Oo nga eh.
Walang pinatawad si Apple. Pati sumali pa.
Sumali ba?
Sayang yung tira niya eh. Pero maganda yung kanyang choreography. Nakita ko, nagulat ako.
Lahat na lang pwedeng role. Ginampanan ni Apple dun sa kandog.
Ang malas ng shooting dito ng Macau Knights at the beginning of this match.
Wala pa silang napapasok na tres. Arana, one-hander. That goes in.
And that's now a 9-point lead with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left.
Mitchell.
Wala pa rin 3-point shot ang naibubuslo dito ng Macau. Naiwan lahat yata sa mesa nila eh.
Oh, look at that. Kelly cleans it up. Kelly seems to be the kind of import, Doc, na hindi ka mag-cockroaches ng play for, but he'll be busy. Offensive boards. Exactly.
I don't even think he's an offensive player the way I've watched him for 6-7 minutes. But what I know is he's a good defensive. He will help you in that defensive mode. But I don't think he doesn't have a lot of move para sa guy in the shaded lane.
Ibang-iba siya dun sa mga imports dati na kinukuha ng Converge. If you remember, sina Quincy Miller, sina Jamal Franklin, pure scorers. Bibigyan ka ng 50, but mukhang ang balak ni Kelly, 10 blocks per game ang gusto niya yata.
Pero iniba kasi nila yung lineup nila eh. They've got a local lineup now that's very good scoring. You know, you're talking about one Espiano, eventually Mikey Williams, you know, your Calvin Abueva, Policarpio, all of those guys are scorers. Then you have Bacasar, that, you know. So tuloy-tuloy ang importante sa kanila, yung tao magbibigay sa kanila ng depensa without fouling out.
That's true. Well, speaking of scorers, ito si Damian Chongqui. Still getting busy for Macau.
You know, he hasn't been taken out and he has played at the pace that he did from the very start of the ball game. Ganun ang ganun. Tuloy ng tuloy, di ba?
Makibalita ulit tayo kay Apple to.
Isang linggo pa lang simula ng mabuo at mag-ensayo itong Macau Black Knights. And sabi ni Coach Garrett Kelly, more than the X and O's, they focus on getting to know each other, establishing some sort of communication kasi marami sa kanila hindi nag-i-English. Marami sa kanila hindi nag-Chinese. So they need to have that basketball language everybody will understand. Yung simpleng nod, wink, gestures, tinginan to make sure they are on the same page. And now against Converge, they're giving up height and weight, and they want to make up for that with speed, skill, and shooting. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, you had that highlight.
Napahinto nga si Apple doon sa report niya eh. Siguro nakatingin siya doon sa dunk ni yung alley-oop para kay Tony Mitchell. No, you know, you're talking about 6'7", but he can really jump. You don't talk about 6'7", because Bama Diwayo is only 6'8", and he got 83 points today.
What a day for basketball.
43 free throws.
As a Kobe Bryant fan, Doc, ayoko sana i-bring up, pero you cannot
That was
discount.
20 years ago.
You can't discount yung kung gaano ka... Ang hirap nga minsan mag-10 points eh. 83 pa, di ba?
83. Kung ako coach, hindi ko naalisin yun. Pupunta pa ng 85 yun. You would have made one more drive.
Clemente might have gotten away with the travel here.
But he was also bumped and there was no foul call.
Chongqui. To Lau. Now it's Raymond Cao.
Wala pa rin. Maalat ang 3-point shooting nila. But you know, they can always come back because that's part of their arsenal. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left first quarter.
Concepcion. Atake no good. Kahanap ng foul, but Macau is on the way to the other side. Cao.
Open na naman.
4 ang hahanapin ni Lau. Ayaw talaga malaglag ng mga tira nila sa labas. Not even inside.
Good. Fast break.
Clemente gets his first 2 points of the game.
So Clemente, if I'm not mistaken, was a guy that played before with NU. Magaling na player yan sa juniors. And then they went all the way up to the seniors.
Takbuhan yung ginagawa ng Converge, pero that time, nabasa sila ni Mitchell. Cao, tres naman ang hahanapin niya. Ayaw talaga.
Outside, and that will stay with Macau. Last touch on Baltasar. He is claiming na tinapit na nasa likod ko.
Tony Mitchell, a look of frustration. They can't get their shot to fall. It's Converge up by 10.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ito ang ating elimination round and this is the tournament format para sa Commissioner's Cup. Wala pa rin tayong playoffs for 8 seeds. So PBA quotient ang aasahan natin to settle any ties that might end up sa ating team standings.
Well, I think we started that this year, so we continue it na para wala ng playoff. Makes every game very important, so the number of points that you win is very important also over another team, di ba? At hindi na rin pwedeng umaangal ang mga coaches na umushoot pa kayo tapos na. You can never tell di ba?
Best of 7 po ang ating semis, best of 7 ang ating finals.
Haba yun. Nice.
Mitchell gets away again. Second jam of the game for Tony Mitchell.
Breakdown sa defense. But you can see what happens with how si Kelly. Kung niya si Kelly, di ba?
That's true. Arana gustong subukan ngayon yung depensa ni Mitchell. Fade away. Inalabot ni Mitchell sa kamay.
Ay, very mangaris. That's good call.
This is the champ of Mitchell. Sabi nga natin, yan ang kayang-kayang gawin talaga ni Tony Mitchell. He did it before 2017, 2019, doing it again in the year 2026.
Parehong nasa penalty na ito, partner, with under a minute left. But also in the act of shooting anyway.
Ito, Doc, yung mga inaabangan
Mikey
ng
Williams
Converge. And Calvin Abueva.
Hindi pala pwede si Calvin ngayong araw.
Injured pa po. May iniinda pa. Kaya rin hindi siya naglaro, Doc, ng All-Star.
Okay.
But,
pero sumayo na kasi.
Ang ganda daw muna. Tsaka nakashoot pa siya. Nung nag-out of bound yung bola, kinuha niya. Tapos tinira, sabi niya nga yun na yan. Yun na nga lang ang bag-goal.
24-17. Maybe 3 more offensive plays coming up for us if they shoot early.
Concepcion has been very aggressive. Nakakakuha ng foul mula kay Shackelford.
Ito ayaw bitawan ni Coach Delta. Kasi last conference ko sa semis, maganda performance ito. And only by the shot of Stephen Holt, if not, they would have been in the semifinals.
Sakit nun for them. Pero itong si Archie Concepcion, Doc, if you remember, no, he was the MVP of the PBA Draft Combine doon sa rookie class niya.
Hindi na ako nanonood ng gano'n. Dati nanonood ako niyan, especially when I was involved with teams and at the same time for my own personal consumption. Pero ngayon, no more time to be watching those things. I just rely on you guys.
Ayan, makikwento naman namin sa'yo. At saka dito naman sa PBA, nagpapakikitang gilas na rin siya, Doc. Nagpapakilala na rin to si Archie.
Oh, nice guy. Tama-tama nga, 3 offensive plays. That's not gonna count, but that'll mean free throw shots. Still 26.9 seconds pa natitira. Bilis nung transition ng Macau after that free throw.
At parang nag-decide sila, Doc, na sige, mamaya na yung tira sa labas. Ayaw pumasok. And they've been attacking relentlessly.
No, but like I tell you, I've watched this team. Magaling tumira sa labas. And eventually that's gonna fall within this ball.
And actually, one of their gunners from the outside is this man at the free throw line, Jenning Leong, who is actually a Filipino.
Yeah, he was born, nakita ko nga sa Laguna yata.
Yeah, Doc, doon siya, pinanganak sa Amerika, pero doon siya pinalaki sa Los Baños, Laguna. In fact, he attended Brent International School.
Los Baños pa, sarap. Anong swimming niya?
Sa hot spring, no, Doc? Baka kasama niya si Don Trojano doon dahil tubong Los Baños din si Don.
Going for a last shot here. No fouls to give on the part of the Black shirts.
Here's Concepcion.
That's good defense. That's
Garcia.
good offense. That's good offense. May oras pa. May time pa ito. 4-point shot.
Hanapin. Almost. But a little bit short for Damian Chongqui. But after a sloppy start for the Black Knights, nakahabol din naman sila, but it's still the Converge FiberXers up 27-19 at the end of one.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
With a green light to shoot from Coach Delta Pineda, he is out to get his confidence back here in the PBA. Jot and Dr. J.
Thank you so much. Hindi lang Converge fans ang nag-aabang dito sa pagbabalik ni Mikey Williams in the PBA. I'm sure every Filipino basketball fan, Doc, inaabangan niya pagbalik ni Mikey. Why? Because in the few years, few seasons na naglaro yan si Mikey Williams in the PBA, pag-usapan natin kung ano yung nagawa niya. In such a short time, two-time champion, two-time finals MVP, nag-scoring champion din siya, Rookie of the Year, and mythical team.
Yeah, but let's not forget, he was playing with TNT. That's a solid team. You're good, but you also have very good backup players. Remember, he played with Jason Castro, who, by the way, I understand is coming back already.
Policarpio! Naku, niluwa yung layup niya.
Hindi niya ginamit.
Ganda na sana ng agaw niya eh. Chongqui.
Kanina pa ito. 3-point shot. 4. Apa. I would say, babalik yan. Because eventually those guys are going to make their outside shots. Those long shots.
And they haven't stopped shooting, Doc. Alam nilang yung pa rin yung strength at yung identity ng laro nila. But look at the tower that is Kyler Kelly.
Like I said, he doesn't have a lot of moves. Because there, you're a 7-footer underneath. Patay na sa'yo yun. You know, you take your time and you can duck that ball or whatever.
Leong. Bigay kay... Oh, he gets it back. Leong, back-to-back 4-pointers.
Here they come.
Exactly what you were saying, Doc J.
That's why they will never stop shooting because that's their game.
Eh, hindi nga lang 3 yung hinahanap, 4 pa.
Wherever they're open. Because it's part of their set plays.
Imagine, in the first quarter, Macau was a combined 0 for 14 from 3-point range and 4-point range.
Now,
well, they're 2 for 2 from 4.
Right here in this quarter. And they're looking for more. Because they set up na naman yun. He didn't catch it really.
Leong, wala sa kanya yung bola.
Stockton was there with his tight defense. Nice move by Alex.
What a move!
Yeah!
Hindi lang nakumpleto, Doc, yung play with a shot.
And whose foul did they call this on?
Arana.
Yeah.
Kinapitan niya. Si Luzi J. Look at this.
Layo eh.
Kinonfirm pa talaga ni Chongqui doon sa referee. Sabi niya, 4 points yun, ha?
Nowadays sa basketball, there's no such thing as malayo.
That's true. Ever since Steph Curry redefined the game.
Sila Trey Young, ibang klase kung ang lalayo po niya.
Shackleford. Akala niya makakasali siya dun sa 4-point party, but it's nothing but air.
And he's been replaced right now. He's about a 6-footer, maybe 6'1" type of player. Chow, who came in for him, is a big man. Easily about 6'6".
Yeah.
They have a big forward lineup, these Macau Knights on the floor right now.
Here's Gomez Del Llano. Bigay kay Kelly. One-hander doesn't work. Look at Baltazar. May 7-footer ka, may 6'9" ka. You have another 6'7" guy in Policarpio.
So they've been missing now. Fighter defense sa pinakikita dito ng Macau.
Chong Queen. Looking for a teammate. Now receives the kick out. Blue shoots over Kelly. That's no good.
You should run here, the white shirts, but good transition defense here by Macau.
Stockton ang aararo sa ilalim. Iwan kay Baltazar. Nice play for Alec.
6 points in the ball game now for Justin Baltazar.
Their leading scorer is Arana with 7.
So, yung Twin Towers pa rin nila. Yung local Twin Towers pa rin nila ang top scorer. Oh, replacement Replacement. MSJ is here with us.
Dito po sa aming tabi ni Dr. J, nagkapalitan tayo ng producer. Pero dito naman sa sahig para sa Converge FiberXers, walang palitan ng big man dahil itong si Baltazar nga na mamaya good here in the second.
He's been playing well. Very solid play. I've always liked it. Oops, that's going to be an illegal pick. Made by our crew chief here, being Oliva. Tony Mitchell called for second foul niya o first. Pangalawa na.
Mitchell asking for some clarification from referee Oliva. Binigay naman sa kanya. Hindi na nagreklamo to si Tony.
You know, let's just say for purpose of the game that baka wala pa masyado sa kondisyon ito. So basketball play, kasabi nga nila, kukunti pa lang yung sayo nila.
Look at that shot from Gomez Del Llano.
Local players talaga ng Converge. May envy of some teams. Main teams, I think.
Doc, how impressed are you with
what?
Juan GDL?
I've always liked it, but there's still a lot to go. Oh, pass to the wrong guy.
Kaya ito na si Stockton. Naipit yung bola dun sa move na balak niyang gawin. Shackelford tosses it to Mitchell.
That may be an unsportsmanlike foul if they review that. Because he never went for the ball.
Yeah.
He grabbed his face. And referee Jeff Napa is going to signal for an individual review. For me, he never went for the ball.
I agree, Doc. Parang katawan agad yun nakapita. Sabi mo nga, parang sa bandang mukha pa. Ito makikita natin.
Here, there's no intention at all of stopping the ball.
Ayun, no, yung kamay niya nasa bewang eh.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a very quick call here. Very quick decision making.
Eh, hinihingi nga nito ni Mitchell.
You know, we're fair. Ano tinawag?
Deliberate foul. Yeah. Tinawag nila. Well, you're absolutely correct, Doc. It's more than just a regular foul kasi nga it felt like he wasn't going for the ball. So hindi man naging counted yung dunk. 2 free throws in possession naman. As tayo naman, babato naman natin to kay Apple David.
Tony Mitchell was very animated, expressing how thrilled he is to be back here playing in the PBA. Na-miss daw niya yung fanfare, the competition. He even recalls being 25 years old nung una nga siya nandito. And now that he's 33, you can still expect him to be blocking shots, giving that energy, dunking. But it's gonna be a lot calmer. Kalmado na daw siya ngayon, Jack.
Oh, we'll see about that kasi he had an exchange with the Converge crowd dun sa baseline, but a timeout is requested. Lamang pa rin ng 5 ang FiberXers. This is gonna be a 30-second timeout, so we'll hang on to the air. Under 8 minutes to go. You know, Converge had such a dominant start in this game. Lumamang agad sila 10-2. But Macau, even though their shots weren't falling from beyond the arc, hindi rin naman nila hinayaan na tuluyang lumayo etong Converge FiberXers. This is just a 5-point game, Doc J.
And there's a lot of time left, you know. You can see clearly na hindi pa magandang flow ng Macau. And I'm not impressed at all with Tony Mitchell right now. I don't see him, you know, doing the things that he used to do. Maybe it's because he's getting older, maybe not enough, not yet in good shape. But right now, I'm not impressed at all with him. He has made, what, 2 dunks? And one out of 2 free throws.
I also kind of wanna see what he can do kapag sabay sila ni Kyler Kelly on the floor. Kasi
right now, Kelly's on the floor.
Karamihan, Doc, di ba, nung mga dunks niya in the times that he got his points, Kelly was on the bench. Ngayon naman, si Mitchell naman, yun nasa bench, Kelly
shot on the floor. Medyo maganda yung kilos ngayon, and I've cut the lead down to only 3 with 7:37 left in this second quarter.
6 points na rin for Phoenix Shackelford. Only him and Damian Chonky have scored in the second. Ay, pati pala si Tony Mitchell, of course.
Nag-mintis ulit dito si Chonky. Binigyan mo ito ng Chinese name, you know.
Oo. Ito si Stockton. Missing. Policarpi has been busy on the glass. And look at him. Pop up that miss.
That's what I was saying. Sa mga kinuha nila, this is the guy that's going to be a big factor for them. Of course, Mikey, kung makakalaro siya the way he played. But yeah, Abueva, of course. Alam naman natin under But for the young players, this guy is going to be a big factor for them.
And he's really young, though. He's 24 years old.
He's a legitimate 6'6", at least 6'6" player with great leaping ability. Tsaka athletic. You know?
Kailangan lang, pag nakaka-pass break siya, i-sure ball niya.
Kita mo naman yung follow-up niya. Mas mahirap kaysa yung pass break niya kanina.
Bumawi naman.
And that came off an offensive rebound.
Here's Chong Kui.
That's good defense there by Wang.
Lau Chong Po. That's a 3.
11 points na sila from the long range in this quarter. 2 fours and 1 3.
You're correct. Si Leong din pala nung bumitaw kanina ng isang 4-point shot.
Tap from behind, a foul call against one of the Macau.
This is a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Lau Chon po. Tulad ng sabi mo, Dr. J, yan yung hahanap-hanapin lagi ng Macau because that is their identity. They're a 3-point shooter. They're an outside shooting squad.
Alam mo sinong kaparehas nila sa ating local squad?
Sino no?
TNT.
That is true.
They're also penetrating and shooting 3-point shots. That's a good follow-up. Pero that's a bad layup miss there.
By Leong.
By Leong.
But it started from a good defensive effort ni Chong Kui dito kay Gomez Del Llano, blocking that shot from behind. Baltazar is sending it out. Stockton attacking the closeout. Couple of pump fakes. Aangat. Alec with a one-hander.
There are a lot of rumors na hindi siya maiiwan dito, but they love Alex Stockton. And he has made his mark ever since he started playing for this team. Remember in the COVID era?
Inaabot pa nga ba ni Alex Stockton yung Alaska? Alam ko inaabot niya pa eh.
Well, I remember I gave him several best player of the game ng COVID. Nandun tayo sa passing. Another 3-point shot. Medyo nagpapakita na sila. Sino ito? Si Lau.
Lau Chonpong with his second.
Taplag na tayo bigla 38 all. There's Stockton and making another jump shot.
So yes, Alex Stockton did still play for the Alaska Aces. Might be the last player, one of the last few. Kasi si Kevin Racaldo na-trade away na eh.
Yeah, na-trade. Kasama nga si Winston.
Baltazar, that's going to be a traveling violation.
The referees are on the ball.
Timeout, Macau Black Knights.
And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Exactly 5 minutes left in the first half. Dalawa na lang ang lamang ng Converge.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Back inside the Nina Aquino Stadium, hatid po namin sa inyo ang Season 50 Commissioner's Cup ng PBA. First game day, kanina nanalo Terra Firma by 30 points over Titan Ultra. At ngayon naman, lamang ang Converge by 2 points over the Macau Black Knights. Kung tataka kayo, ano yung Macau Black Knights? Guesting po yan ng PBA in this conference as you take a look at former Senator Francis Tolentino together with Commissioner Willie Marshall enjoying the action here of the PBA. Kami naman po, Jot Sulit here together with Dr. J. Andy Howe and Apple David patrolling the sidelines. Kyler Kelly nagpapakitang gilas, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah. Not much on the offensive end, but certainly a power for them. There he goes again, helping.
Oh, look at that! The 5'8" Chong Kui getting it up and over the 7-footer Kyler Kelly.
Well, he's in double figures, and actually he's the leading scorer with 13 right now for the Macau. And he's got the longest playing time among them, among the players.
Arana. Walang mapuntahan. That's a foul called on Macau.
They were hoping that the call would be stepping on the baseline. One of our newer referees, last conference, so lang pumasok ito si Gay. Jerome Gay. To our dear Jerome, we miss you.
Yeah. Definitely do. Policarpio, sumagot din naman ang tres.
Dalawa pa lang yata ang 3-point shot dito ng Converge sa laro nito. Dalawa. Yung isa, may 4 na, may 2-4, may 2-3.
Yung isa kay Conception kanina, Doc, yung beat the shot lang. Pero you're right, di ba? Sabi mo, babalik at babalik itong Macau dun sa outside shooting nila. It is what brought them back in this game as Harana misses a gimme layup.
And if you notice the way that they play, it's very quick. Very quick offense. And there, libre tira. Yan naman. 4-point shot. Tatlo na yan.
That's now
12 points.
the third 4-pointer at lamang na itong Macau Black Knights.
Like I said, their offense is very quick, lalo na pag-half-court. Little setting, a little passing. But they're slowly getting into the penalty situation. That will be their offensive foul pala. Hold on, Justin Arana.
Apple, anong balita dyan?
Naikwento mo na kanina, Jot, about Jenning Leong. He was born in the States, not Filipino, but tama, raised in Los Baños. When he was 1-year-old kasi, his dad, who was a scientist specializing in rice genealogy, brought him to the Philippines when he worked in an organization sa Laguna. And then nagtapos nga siya ng high school dito, and nung bumalik na siya sa Canada, sabi niya every time may mga maririnig siya mga nagtatagalog na Pilipino, although konti lang daw ang kanya naiintindihan, he can relate to them. And he's just super excited to be playing here in the Philippines in the PBA for the first time. Back to you.
Parinig pa nga po nung accent ni Jenning yung
Konti lang.
Konti lang yung naiintindihan niya.
Yes.
No, that's an offensive foul also.
Grabe yung lakas ng bagsak.
Apple wears a lot of hats.
Oo nga eh. May
Translator pa. Median pa.
Is there anything that she can...
You're talking about being a scientist. I know when I'm a little bit older than you, maybe double your age. But, you know, the Philippines was #1 before in Southeast Asia, even Asia. Yung mga ganyan, yung tungkol sa rice, sa mga apples, yung bananas, things like that. And other countries sent their people here to study here. And eventually, katulad ng Thailand, nagpasa na tayo sa pag-grow ng fruits that we used to be #1.
Exactly, Doc. Kasi
Masakit yun eh.
I actually studied in Los Baños, an agricultural course. Tayo nagturo sa tayo na magtanim ng bigas.
They used to tell me when I went there, when I go to Bangkok or whatever, they used to tell me lahat yan galing sa Pilipinas na nagturo sa amin.
And while nakakahinayang din, but you know, we should also be proud that we were the pioneers in that. And Jenning Leong, as we talk about him,
another 3-point shot. 2-point lead now for Macau.
Don't get 3-point shot ni Jenning Leong. Pinoy din nagturo sa kanya yan. 47-45. Concepcion gustong sumagot. Missing on that 3. Lee grabs the board. Chongqui against Garcia. Damien out to Leong. Another one. Jenning misses. That was a heat check for him. Concepcion. Wala na sa tira sa labas.
Really?
But Lau was able to disrupt that. Hindi nga lang nahabol ni Leong. 1 minute and 47 left. Lumamang na itong Macau Black Knights. It's gonna be the FiberXers requesting for time. They'll huddle up and see what they can do in the last minute and 47 of the first half.
After this, it's 8 seconds, 8 seconds, 8 seconds. Either you're out. Oh, you're out, you're out. On the strong side. Strong side, strong side. Hey. Agana, Balti, Stockton, Archie, MJ, Archie, okay?
Etong Converge, ang ganda ng simula, pero naunahan na netong Macau Black Knights. And the reason is Jenning Leong has finally come to life, Dong.
Yeah, nakita mo, 30 years old, still very young. Hometown of Laguna, College McGill. Born in the USA but raised in Los Baños, Laguna.
At doon natuto tumira ng mga 3-point shot. Wala pang 4-point shot nun eh. But he has 9 points now in this game, Dong.
30 years old, so
1996. And he's also very experienced. If, you know, going back to that game against Gilas, Doc, kumanayan si Jenning Leong in that game.
He did. I remember.
He also played in other regional leagues. So, hasang-hasa na rin siya across the region.
Nabot ng 24-second shot clock.
You know what? That kills coaches.
Masakit yun. Galing ka sa timeout.
And there... sorry, go ahead, Doc.
Well, nakita mo kasi yung Macau minsan nagsosone. So medyo napigla yata sila coming out of that play plan. And it didn't work.
Ang masakit pa dun niya, the FiberXers were nowhere near an attempt.
Yeah.
Pero nakastop naman itong Converge. Nasa kanila ulit yung bola. Takpan gagamit ng screen kay Baltazar. All locals for both squads.
That's a foul. And actually, Alex has been taking care of this guy. He's got 6 points in this quarter alone.
Lau. Hand off kay Leong. Attacking, gets past Balti. Kick out Shackleford, that's a 3. Pass it in.
Accidental headbutting yun. He never called the back. No, he didn't.
Even if he did, I don't think the back would have answered. Arana.
That's another foul in there in the penalty. That'll mean free throw shots here for Justin.
Arana has been relentless, but we have to say, Doc, hindi nagiging madali yung pag-atake niya dito kay Lu Shixie.
Ang laki nito. This guy's about a 6'8".
Yeah.
And
Kasing
wide.
laban pa.
Wide.
And this is a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus. Backed in by Phoenix Shackleford.
50-47. Now 48 with only 41 seconds left. Both teams are in the penalty.
This is shaping up to be a great game, though.
Yeah. Well, medyo maganda yung una ng Converge, but we expect Macau, once they get their outside shooting going, that they were gonna come back. But so far, we can also see here that Converge FiberXers have held their ground here.
Ito na nga, Macau.
They're going for the 2-4-1.
Look at how.
Pero hindi na maganda pasa.
Pero ang bilis kumilos nito ni Chongqui, no? Shackleford out to left. Shoots over Baltazar, could not get it in. But look at Shackleford. Sends it out to Leong. A three! Another one for Chenning.
Masama yung turnover na yun, because it results in 3-point shot.
And now,
a 4-point shot can tie it.
yun na lang, pag-asa ng Converge na hindi pumasok sa dugout na lamang yung kalaban. Garcia misses. And time will expire. The Macau Black Knights, after trailing early in this contest by as many as 13 points, lamang at the half by 4, 53-49. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to break down what happened in the first 24 minutes.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
The shot clock. Didn't that happen just now? Within ayun, pumasok yun. Within 7 seconds. 3-point shot.
Within 7 seconds po, yung dos, magiging 3. Para klaro tayo, ha? Ayan lang. Hindi nagpapago yung pangangatawan, eh. Di ba? It's that lean frame.
Aaron Santos.
He's saying something to RDO. Sneaky rebound, no? Out of position.
Big. Nakaisa naman!
Love it when the vets are able to score.
Anakaw naman. Atakbo kayo. Ping ulit. Atakihin si Willie.
Blitz 3, baby. Blitz 3, baby, di ba?
Blitz 3. So both teams have kind of gotten cold here.
Oh, Mike Malonzo, ilang beses na yan. Out of position, getting rebounds. Give credit to that offensive rebound of Mike Malonzo because it becomes a Willie Miller layup basket.
And we all know that's what the role of Mike Malonzo is, the way to shine. Talagang ano eh. He really...
Get si Willie.
Hindi si Will.
Si Chris, nag-training sa inyo?
Before ng draft. Yan talaga yung laro niya. Perimeter.
Takbuhan talaga laro dito.
Uy! Sabay tingin. Parang Steph Curry yun.
Parang Andre Carawat yun.
Imagine coming from a small town, probably barangay. Face is there on a billboard. Sunny still.
Nakaisa din si Ping. Drop step. Binato lang, napasok pa ni Ping.
Ano naglalaro siya, so it's still
Si Ping, ganun rin.
same old Arwin.
Tres sa labas para dito kay Arwin Santos. Tingnan natin yung plus minus. May plus minus eh, no? All-star. Cedric Bearfield. Dinukot yun.
Pasok sa ating Blitz League.
From the pocket.
Yeah, just like that, 9-point lead. The rookie sophomore.
Mosa, Mintes, tumatakbo kayo, top it. Extra pass, Richie gets bit up top. At sino pa ba? Sonny Estil. Si Mosa. Uy, may kasama pa yung foul. That's gonna be a blitz 3 plus 1. Mosa, babawi. He's been having a great game. Says that in the fourth quarter.
Very, very impactful fourth quarter pag wala kay Jerome at Mosa.
Rebound ni Santillana ay nagmintis. Tumatakbo na naman ang mga Gold Shirts. No one skies again. He is putting on a show here, Jolly. The first time All-Star for Brady Shine.
Catholic North All-Stars are coming right back to this ballgame, pero CJ Cancino will miss.
In June Mark's face. Ito kay CJ kanina, no?
Maganda, tinitingnan natin yung mga video. Kung ano-ano ginagawa nito sa ere, talagang he got stronger para sa akin.
Kasi nung na-eliminate sila, neto nakarang Philippine Cup, siya yung involved sa huling sequence. Alam mong pagka ganun na nangyari, as Abarientos hits the floor, and ito nga pong Team South has taken the lead for the first time since 3-0. The guys from the South with a 3-point lead. Stockton shakes off Arana.
Babay, sabi na dito sa kanyang Purple Nation teammate na si Jack.
Dimo Bra, Trollano gets it over to Novo. Lilipad si Adrian, the Aviator, right on top of Joseph. Too small sa kakampi niya sa box.
Alam mo kung ako
To get themselves right back, Nocum thought he was fouled. The black shirts running, 5-on-1. Stockton puts it up. Johnson sends it home.
Gandang give and go magmula sa dalawang players, Alex Stockton.
The golden anniversary ng ating PBA. What an all-star game we are witnessing already. RJ trying to dance away from his teammate from Ginebra. RJ! Ginawa na sintahan si Jones. Abarientos flips it inside. Junba! Huli! Inunu!
What a block!
Yung Ilocano, hinuli yung GOAT ng PBA sa layup na yun.
Pero sabi mo, this is a 10-time MVP na. Kasi naman mong 300 plus ang nag-store combined, ano?
2008. Ang nag-MVP doon si PJ Simon. As Arana gives the North All-Stars back the lead, 144-142.
It's halftime inside the Ninoy Aquino Stadium kung saan lamang ang Macau Black Knights over the Converge FiberXers 53-49. Maagang na-control ng Converge itong larong to pero humabol nga yung Macau with their hot shooting in the second quarter. Shot sulit pa rin po. Kasama pa rin Dr. J, Andy Howe, and Apple David. Doc, ano yung mga takeaways mo mula dun sa first half?
Well, a very interesting first half. Obviously, because of the lack of outside shooting on the part of Macau in the first quarter, Converge dominated the two-point shot the percentage in the first quarter. But then a sudden surge of 4-point shots and 3-point shots on the part of key players of the Macau Black Knights got them back on track, and they led even at halftime by 4 points.
Yung kumana is one guy na ulit-ulit din naman nating nabanggit dahil nakita na natin to against Gilas Filipinas shoot the lights out. Jenning Leung, Doc J, caught fire in that second quarter.
Yeah, he had 16 points to end the first half of play. 2 out of 6 from 3-point territory, 2 out of 3 from 4-point territory.
14 of those 16 points sa second quarter niya nagawa. And imagine ito Macau, first quarter, Doc, walang tres yan, 0.
Yeah.
And they had 5 in the second.
Yeah, and there were a lot of attempts in the first quarter of play. But you can see points in the paint plus 10 on Converge. That's why yung 45% from 2-point territory ng Converge was so much better than the 32% of the Macau. But the perimeter points, this is where we got killed, plus 17 dito. And you're talking about si Chomley, who also made their first points. He had 13 in the ball game. Si Shackleford, 9, some 3-point shots. Tony Mitchell at 7. Stockton leads Converge with 10 points, 6 of them in the second quarter.
Doon nagkaroon na ng katulong itong si Damian Chongqui. Dumali na yung basketball para dito sa Macau Black Knights. The guest team in the PBA Season 50 Commissioner's Cup. By the way, if we're talking about leading scorers, let's also talk about yung imports. Tony Mitchell may 7 points. Kyler Kelly only 2, pero
11 rebounds.
Yes, no,
and 3 block shots. Pero like I said, wala parang nakikita ko sa kanya. Well, looking at him. Kasi kung ako mag-i-scout sa kanya, I wouldn't pick him. Unless my team just needed defense. Because I don't see much offensive patterns on his move.
Yung 2 points niya, his only field goal came off an offensive rebound. Natutukan, wala siyang bantay. You do like that he took it. So far, so good, I guess. Pero there might be tougher challenges ahead. Doon talaga masusubukan to si Kyler Kelly.
Stockton already has 12 points, yeah. You know, like, Kelly, he's okay. But, you know, the locals just have to play a little above themselves sa offense.
Lau. Swinerte, bumalik sa kanya yung bola. Gives it up to Chongqui. Damien stops on the dime. Tao from the right side, wala.
Balik ang bola. Nice pass.
Mitchell, nag-impento ng tira. Still got it to fall. And look how happy Tony Mitchell is after getting that shot over his counterpart, import Kyler Kelly. Tinago, sabay tinira ulit. Look at the celebration on the floor.
Yeah, he's quite happy. He didn't make it, so he has 10 points in the ball game right now. Now with that 3-point play completed for him. Biggest lead of the ball game dito para sa Macau. 7-point lead right now.
Kelly ang pupuntaan. Back to Juan GDL. Hindi na control ni Kelly yung pasa ni Juan.
Second time around in the ball game, natiligyan siya ng pasa ni na hindi niya mahawakan.
Tahimik pa rin to si Gomez de Llano, Doc, so far.
Oh!
As Tony Mitchell is finding his rhythm here.
Nagse-celebrate na nga eh. Tuwa-tuwa siya nung pumasok. All of a sudden, 13 na siya. 4-point shot ba yun? 4. Ito, 3.
Sumagot naman si Paulie with his own 3.
Maganda kasi si Paulie, you play the small forward position, which is what they lacked in the previous conference. He was only filled up there by Winston, but sometimes he was not consistent.
Ngayon, dalawa yung pumasok sa kanila who can play that role. Isa tong si Paulie, and when Abueva returns, also can play that 3. Nakaago na naman ang Converge. Policarpio.
Nice pass. Talaga, Pilipino, ang sarap panoorin pag nagpapass ko. And the way that they give the ball to each other. Puro kapapanga pa yung nag-give.
Kahit sino magpasahan dyan, Dok, sa Converge, parang more often than not, kapampangan connection.
Kasama nga si Apple.
Oo nga. Leon, umatras pa sa 4.
Balik pa yung bola. Pero it will not stay with the Macau team. Good chance here for Converge to come even closer.
I love the energy that this game is starting with sa second half.
Okay, siyempre nag-usap sa loob yung itong Converge. Taka mo na. Kinain yung laman natin. Diba? Start working harder.
Baltazar against Cal. Out to GDL. Looks at the clock. Has 7 to work with. Juan. Spinning. Bigay kay Kelly. One-hander. Wala pa rin. It's Leong with the board. Macau on the move.
Hindi siya offensive-minded. You can see it.
And Ray Macau is now 0 for 7 from the field.
Oops. Turnover.
Kung ikaw si Coach Garrett Kelly, matutuwa ka because yung si Jenning Leong, who has been busy putting the ball through the net, pinakita naman yung depensa niya ngayon, Doc.
Yeah.
Chongpi.
Setting up. Lakas.
Mukhang nanlamig ng konti si Leong entering the second half. Paulie headed nowhere. Another tap. Wala pa rin. Here's Kelly!
Si Mitchell never came down. Nakuha na nga nilang bola. Inaantay pa rin yung itapon sa kanya. He never came down on defense. It was like, 4 on 3. Eventually 5 on 4.
Tyler Kelly just woke up the entire crowd dito sa loob ng Ninoy Aquino Stadium.
With a nice thunderous dump.
Thunderous talaga, Doc. Yung perfect na pag-describe dun sa dump na yun. Leong.
Open shot again. Grinibol pa eh. I'm surprised.
Here's Stockton zigzagging. Wala pa rin. Baltazar with a tip-in. At eto na ang Converge.
They're just down by 2 at hindi pa rin nagta-timeout yung coach ng Macau. No such thing as sa kanila.
Para mahaba yung PC nito ni Coach Kelly. Ball is tapped out. It will stay with Macau. At instead na timeout, sub ang gagawin.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this first. Isang kamay na lang ginamit.
He threw down that like the hammer, the Thor hammer. Hammer of Thor. Iniikot pa eh.
Ako lang ang palagay mo doon sa dunk na yun.
Thunderous. I agree with Dr. J.
Thank you, Apple.
According to us as a coach Mark Tandaan of Macau, it was all about getting through that opening jitters for them in the first quarter. Pero what's good is how they were able to fight through the size of Converge. Their bigs are holding up well, not getting into foul trouble. At nung nag-click na nga yung shooting nila, things went well for them, or better. Pero yung reminder, yung nangyayari ngayong third quarter, they have to take care of the ball and limit sana the possession of Converge. Sa Converge naman, Coach Franco Atienza kept it simple. Pinakawalan yung shooters ng Macau. Now they have to do better in locating them and challenging those shots. Back here.
That's been what's happening here in the third. Hirap na hirap yung opensa na itong Black Knights.
Naalala mo when we covered them against Cuba. They made all kinds of long shots, but in the second half, we covered all that. The Gilas team. And they took that away from them, remember? And that's why, eventually, malayo pa nga tayo nanalo.
Yun yung gustong mangyari ng Converge here. They made their run. Natabla na nila yung laro.
Okay.
Now the FiberXers trying to get a stop so they can try to get the lead.
Finally getting a rest. Itong si Alex Stockton has been very solid.
Sabi ni Alec doon sa table, 2 foul pa lang ako, pero kinonfirm, 3 na. Pangatlo na ni Alec yun.
Nag-aapila pa pala yun. Ano si Atty. Charlie?
Shackleford gives the lead back to Macau.
Yung substitution nila again, you know. I'm sure he took out Mitchell because he didn't like the guy didn't come down on defense at all. He helped out him. And look at Baltasar. Baltasar, Policarpio, and Alex Stockton have been, you know, the triumvirate that has really brought them back here in the start of the third quarter.
Balti will shoot 2 free throws after this timeout. 6:10 remaining in the third. Macau up by 2.
Right? One hand and keep your balance. Okay, you can slide your feet. Okay. Hey, next time down on offense, Phoenix handle the ball. Chow in the corner, Phoenix with the ball. Let's go Lou and Simon. Dame in the corner. We're going away. Away. Damian, set your man up. If he's top blocking you, cut back door. Okay? And then Lou, you can pop out, go play with Phoenix. But if he's not, Dame come off at curl, and then Lou, you pop. Here we go.
Here in the production team of the PBA, turin po namin talaga sa aming grupo ay isang koponan din na nag-aatid sa inyo ng aksyon day in and day out. And a few days ago, unfortunately, one of our teammates passed away and we want to honor him. Jerome Trio, Ja, to all of us, was a great teammate. He made sure yung mga graphics po namin laging tama para ma-inform namin kayo, para madala namin yung pinakamagandang pagkikwento ng mga iba't ibang kwentong nandito sa PBA at sa iba pang sports. And mamimiss ka namin, Ja. But Sports 5 will continue to do our very best to honor you with every coverage that we make.
Yeah, we miss you. But that is life. It can be long, it can be short. So take care of it. It's precious.
In the meantime, it's Macau looking to up their advantage. Shackleford fading away. Wala.
Baltasar missed 2 free throws. And that's the reason why Macau is still up by 2 points right now.
Tapos hindi sila nagkaintindihan ni Kelly Doc, kaya nawala yung bola sa kanila. It stays with the Black Knights.
Medyo balik dito si yung isang Justin naman. Arano.
Grabe yung luxury ni Coach Delta Pineda na pwede niyang pagpalit-palitin yan, Justin na yan, with a Tyler Kelly.
But you remember in the quarterfinals last, nasakpan si Arano. Sometimes it was a problem because now si Muyak was actually used a lot pa nga. Mahirap pag may nasaktan. It really cuts into your rotation.
Pero ang ganda ng chemistry, ang ganda na buo ni Gomez Del Llano at ni Arano. Sa sobrang ganda, parang pareho na sila ng hairstyle bigla. Chongqui, Shackleford for 4. Oh, that's a 3 and it missed. Rebound still taken by the Black Knights. They really silence etong si Damian Chongqui.
Good rebound there. Opportunity to take the lead. Okay.
Simpleng basketball lang ginagawa dito ng Converge and they're up by 2 again.
Another good assist by Juan.
He hasn't been scoring much. 4 points lang to si Gomez Del Llano, but you're right, he's been moving that basketball so fluidly.
And we may pass agad sa outlet. They're running. Pero not the right guy to pass to. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be on the floor. So no continuation. They're not in penalty. Take it on the side. Palit naman.
Mabilis nga yung ikot ng tao dito kay Coach Garrett Kelly.
Alam mo ang kulang niya, yung isa pang magaling na mga 6'7", 6'8", that can score, in other words. That's why you have to rely on their input and their outside shooting because they do not have a power forward or an alternate center that can score.
In fact, dun sa paghabol nila, sino yung mga gumawa dun? Of course, Damian Chongqui, Jenning Leong, at a few from Phoenix Shackleford.
Karamihan, puro guards nila at saka small forward. ang umi-score. Then the import, of course, doubling figures. Pero you want that power forward position, being a local player, local for them, no? That can score and give you some game. Oh!
Layo
yung counter.
Oo. Pero ang layo nung inabot ni Chong Kui from the time he gathered. Such a talented player din talaga ito si David Chong Kui.
You can see that he's strong. Even though, he may not be muscle-laden, he's strong. You can see in that play.
$23 points. Yan ang average niya in the 2025-26 EASL season. And we're talking about the best teams in Asia, Doc, na lumalaro dyan sa EASL. And again, Chong such a talented scorer. Gets the ball back. Box it up for Mitchell. Simple lang daw natin, sabi ni Tony.
May assist pa. So, ilan yan? 15? 15 na yan si Mitchell. Ako, problema. Buti hindi mabilis yung
Policarpio na wala yung bola sa kanya. Kelly stretches and there was nothing Young could do.
That's not a good foul there by Policarpio. Good that he helps out the opponent. He had no intention of hurting him. He was trying to steal the ball. But because there is the penalty, it's not a good foul. That will put them into the penalty.
Pero ang aga pa rin, Doc, di ba? 3:47.
Correct.
The voice that you're hearing is Coach Garrett Kelly marking out instructions from their bench. Shackleford, nabasag yung depensa and he scores.
Very steady yung mga smaller players ng Macau. Talagang maaasahan. Very continuous ang kanilang production.
Arana, malakas yung pasa.
He doesn't expect it. He's going in there to probably go for a follow-up or a rebound play. Bigla mong pinasahan, nagulat pa siya. Third time already, it's happened to him.
Nabanggit ni Apple kanina itong nakakadalawang ensayo pa lang itong Converge na kompleto sila with some of their guys. Siyempre, iba nakapagpakasyon, yung iba had responsibilities like Juan playing for Gilas. At parang it's evident. I mean, we've seen them play better basketball than what they're showing right now.
And usually at the start of a new conference, it takes time. But, you have the lineup already. Calvin going to Kelly, trying to egg him on. You look at him and you say, okay, Sky, you can help us in some ways defensively. But I'm not going to bring you down because you haven't helped us offensively that much. But being a good teammate, I'm just going to prop up your spirits. Not another foul.
Stockton and Chong Kui exchanging some pleasantries.
Si Stockton, he will get into anybody's face. But that's the kind of player he is. He's so intense that sometimes it gets the better of him. But that's what you like in a player.
Maaga nagpapakilala. They continue to talk.
Nagsona na dito ulit ang Macau. Kasi wala na si Kelly.
Baltazar. Malakas yung tira.
Again, pag nag-zoom na, medyo natatarang sa konti yung opensa ng Converge. Parang they're not prepared to call the play against it.
Oh, look at Chong Kui!
Naghahanap pa ng foul yung kanilang coach na si Garrett. Buti hindi siya nabigyan ng technical.
May pabaon pa nga mga salita itong si Damian K. Stockton. Pero parang nanlaki yung mata niya doon kung nakita niya si Rayson yung nakabantay sa kanya. Someone who's around his height.
Smaller, and just fresh off the bench. Rayson is also not known for his defense, but he's known for his offense.
And Chong Kui was actually asking Stockton to switch on to him.
Gusto niya, yun ang kalaban niya. Okay, bibigyan siya ni Stockton. Ito. Siya naman pupunta ni Stockton.
And of course, Stockton says something to Chong Kui.
You want me to guard you? I'll guard you. I'll defend against you. Even though Alex has 3 fouls, yun ang problema.
And Mitchell gets that to roll in.
Well, eventually he's coming in now with 17 points.
Apat pa rin ang lamang na Macau. 4 for Raison, no good. Macau gets past Raison. Finally,
Finally.
First 2 points for Raymond Cao.
You remember him, he can score, that guy.
Yeah, he was actually one of the leading scorers ng Eastern, apart from their Phil foreigners. Chinese foreigners, I should say.
A minute and 5 seconds left. 4-point lead para sa Macau.
Ito na yung bakbakan.
Personal na kay Stockton yan. Oh, outside. And Justin Arana had to push Stockton away. You don't want to get more technical talking to this guy.
This isn't the All-Star game anymore. And I'm sure paalala ni Arana kay Stockton. They're still trailing by 4 under a minute to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Pampanga and friends and guests of Coach Delta Pineda coming all the way from the north para manood ng PBA at syempre supportahan ang Converge FiberXers. We saw Senator Bongo.
Yeah. Sabi ko na nga pa, dumating yung black na nakita ko, coaching. Bigla na lang siya sumulpot just before the end of the first half.
Dok, ito yung unang tira ni Chongqui na he made Stockton know about it. Tapos sumagot si Alec.
Ito. Alex again, but missing this one.
Inupo muna si Damien, so magpapahinga muna ng konti yung rivalry na yun. But Raymond Cao.
Alam mo yung coach na yun, mautak rin. You can see that he's not blind, you know. You can see that the guy is taking it as a personal challenge. But you have to remember, Stockton's bigger than you are. You know, when you're in the Philippines, you're not in Macau.
Yeah.
So, you know, sit you down first.
Pampanglamig lang ng ulo ng konti.
Relax. And besides, he's getting the majority of the minutes in this ball game for his team.
Dok, ang masakit lang doon, uupo na rin si Stockton dahil pang-apat na foul niya na yun.
That was not a good foul again. Let's remember, that's one of the things that sometimes hurts him a lot, you know. Hurts his productivity on the floor. Because he's a very tough defender. He's not going to give an inch to anybody. But Macau continues to lead in this one by 6 right now, 80-74.
Here's Converge, down by 6 points. Concepcion.
Yes!
Despite a hand on his grill, pasok pa rin yung tres.
That's the lead down to half. 4 points naman ito.
Wala yan para kay Leong, but it will stay with the Black Knights.
And they will have close to a last shot because there are 18.6 seconds left. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And
look at this, a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. That was the longest 3-pointer possible kasi nakaapak lang ng bahagya yung paa niya doon sa 4-point line.
Yan ang parang tinira ni Durant kay sa Milwaukee.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Kundi wala nang overtime yun. Hindi na magsa-champion ng Milwaukee.
Ang sakit na for KD because ang hirap ng tirang yun. It was cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Only to find out na stepping.
Ito naman masakit dahil naka-knockout play from the inbound dito ang Macau and they get 2 points out of it.
Five-point lead.
Grayson, plenty of time to set up this play. No need to rush. Get a good shot here. And again, open na naman. Another 3. 2. Nakatapak rin.
He gets the ball back.
Hindi na inabot if he had a chance. No? Kung meron pang mga 2 segundo, may layup pa.
But what a run towards the end of the third para kay Concepcion. Bringing life back dito sa Converge FiberXers. They're down by 3 points. We got 12 more minutes or more coming right up.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Okay? You be the two guys.
For the first time in a few years, Mikey Williams will be stepping on a PBA court. The two-time PBA champion, two-time PBA Finals MVP, once a PBA scoring champion, making his debut now for the Converge FiberXers.
Baka hindi pa nga kilala ng Macau yun. They might not even know what can you do. You what?
Nung lumabas yung lineup doon a couple of days ago, wala pang Mikey Williams doon eh. But here he is now, everything sorted out. Mikey with his first touch of the basketball. Williams sending it back, GDL. The three is good.
Tabla na tayo at 82 all. And I apologize to Randy Victoria. I didn't think that they would play together, and they did play together there.
Imagine doon kung gaano ka scary ang backward na yan. Juan wanted to give it back. Oh, it looked like Gomez Del Llano might have hurt.
No, the ball ricocheted on him. Kaya nga medyo sa kanyang leg. Pero he just walk it off.
Pero yung unang statistic ni Williams is an assist to a three-pointer natin sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook. Williams to Concepcion.
Tama yung go to Concepcion. He's the hot player. The 7 points within the third and the fourth quarter.
And he gives them the lead, 84-82.
Sabi siya, magugulat pa yung kalaban. Sino ito si Mikey Williams? He's coming here. Saan galing ito?
Bakit naghihiyawan yung mga tao para sa kanya?
Hindi naman naglaro ito kanina. But you know, sometimes iba yun talaga na uplifting yung moral ng team. Isang player. Oh, that's not a good back. He has had a couple of turnovers or two. All of them to their big men actually. Ito, balik na kagad. Change kagad ito si Macau.
Look at the career averages neto ni Williams. Has played 87 games in the PBA. Close to 19 points, Doc, in his career, ha?
And you're playing with TNT.
Yeah.
A super related team also.
Meron ka pang kasamang Jason Castro sa backcourt doon.
Ang dami. Punggoy and all of that. Oh! Cameron Jason. Pasok ulit na. And they go back to the three-point shot and they take a 1-point lead. This is really a game that a lot of people were expecting. And I think this is why the commissioner's office put this as an opening day game.
Kelly, Mikey Williams.
Not this time.
Missing his first attempt in his PBA return. Chongki. He has 10 to shoot. Wants to go one-on-one with GDL. Cool, hindi Kelly And on the second try, Lou misses again.
Mahal na yung mga ibang big man na Macau.
Kelly, one-hander, no!
Yeah, well, the same. Like I said, he doesn't have much moves around that area, which is what you would expect a big man to have.
Asking for a clear out.
There's the rebound again. He might have 15 already in this ball game.
Ito si Williams dancing with Sun Mei. Williams losing it.
Fortunately for him, it went off the black shirt. 13 seconds on their shot clock. Baltasar coming in.
Ako na ng balita.
It's been a long journey for Mikey Williams, and he mentioned how this is a new chapter he's been waiting for, and he chooses to look forward than to look back. And sabi nga niya, he just really wants to enjoy the game of basketball he missed so much. Jack and Dr. J.
Ito ngayon si Chong Kui. Nakaagaw doon, hindi nga lang niya maikutan si Gomez Del Llano, but got the ball back. 9 minutes left. They go to the right side. Shackelford, a three against the shot clock.
Magandang discard yun. He didn't give it to the guy who was open because he didn't think he could make a three-point shot. So he reversed it.
Concepcion gustong sumagot.
Oh, what a game for Concepcion. 10 points within a space of about 3 minutes from the third to the fourth quarter.
That's a second three in the fourth, and he has a total of 16 points. Now Chompong. Natapik ni Concepcion. It will stay with Macau.
Hirap rin mag-coach ng ganyan team. Maraming players na magagaling. Concepcion, nobody knows a lot about him until he came into Converge last year.
At saka nagpakilala agad to.
Yeah.
Isang lamang na Macau.
Ooh.
And they didn't have much time on the shot clock. Chong Kui had to put it up. Chidio dumps it down low. Kelly out to one, looking for four. That runs out. And Macau will slow things down. Nahihirapan niya ito si Chong Kui because it's always a bigger guy guarding him now. Lau, Lee has nowhere to go. Now it's with Shackelford. 2 to shoot. Shackelford misses. Puro ganun na lang, Doc, yung mga natitira na itong Macau. Mga ill-advised long shots.
Long shots. No, that are challenge. That's a nice move there. A good tap there. And it's going to go against one. He has had a lot of turnovers in this ball.
Well, hihingi ngayon ng timeout si Coach Delta Pineda. We have 7:21 left. Lamang pa rin ang Macau, but only by a single point.
Okay, one transition, you run motion. You run motion, okay? One transition. And then, if you hit Banty here, Banty you face basket. Okay, Kyler, I want you going here. I want you going here, okay? Now, one more also. If Banty is here, two-man game with Kyler, okay? You can hit Banty directly. They're starting off of Banty. Okay, Banty or Kyler action off. Alright? There were no space.
Once again, we remind you of our tournament format. Napag-usapan na namin ito kanina, no playoffs in the elimination round. Pagdating ng ating quarterfinals, Doc, this is a whole lot similar to yung format natin last conference. Twice to beat yung top 4 teams.
Yeah, gusto ko rin ito. I mean, a successful last conference. So stick to it. Like if you have a good formula, it also makes every team work hard in the elimination, but it also, you know, it glorifies the team that really works hard, tries to win as many games, tries to win as big in every game that they can. And if you get to the top 4, ang laki na advantage mo dyan doon sa quarterfinal.
Yun nga lang, yung Converge, fresh pa sa memories nila how they lost their twice to be the advantage.
You know, success comes after defeats. So that's like the first baby step. And they're never giving up. You know, ganun ang style nila dyan.
Oh, Shackelford has been making tough shots.
2-point shot, so it's just a 3-point lead here.
Concepcion. Iwan kay Baldi. Short jumper. Short din. But on the putback, masyado namang malakas. And stay with the rebound.
It's a good scoring game, but after those 2 missed free throws, tuloy-tuloy na yung kanyang miss. Puro malalapit.
Bigla siyang nanahimik here in the second half.
One thing that Converge can try is put Mikey at the point guard position because that's where he's very comfortable. You know, maybe get snapped back into the ball game.
Lee had to send it out.
Good defense. And that's a foul, so he'll go to the free throw line. One thing about Juan Gomez-Liliano, the attack mode is always there. Kumbaga naglalaro ng PlayStation niya.
I love that reference, Doc.
Attack. Yung anak ko, naalala ko dyan si Alfred. Attack.
Oo, talagang bigla na lang niyang pipindutin yung turbo button.
Go, go, go.
And you know, parang yung iba, Doc, mapanghihinaan na ng loob after turning the ball over numerous times.
But he missed a free throw.
And it's very unlike the Juan Gomez-Liliano na napapanood natin in the PBA, lalo na nung first conference. Actually, even in the recent FIBA window, though, he played very well for Gilas.
Because he wants Stockton back, but he didn't want to take out Juan Gomez. He took out Archie Concepcion, their best scorer actually in the last few minutes. But they're playing that 3 small, but they're good. They're all scorers.
And Stockton, guess what he does as soon as he checks back in? Tries to bother, tries to annoy and irritate itong si Damian Chongqui. Leung going to Mitchell. Chongqui.
That's a foul. A late call, but a correct call. Very late call though.
So ito nga, naghahanap ng clarification si Gomez-Liliano. Fourth foul na rin ni Juan GDL.
4 fouls rin si Stockton.
First one is in.
No matter what you say about this guy, been solid for them, 18 points.
Again, he averaged 23 a game sa EASL.
They're going to take that out already. They're going to go back to a guy that's bigger, and probably, you know, Williams can play the point.
Yeah.
Because that's what he loves. The ball in his hands.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Stockton will accommodate him.
Yun nga ang magiging problema looking ahead for Converge.
I know, I can see that. That's why I made the mistake with Randy.
And possibly, kaya talagang defensive specialist na kinuha nilang import.
Because they have too many guys that can score.
Mikey still scoreless. Oh, look at Kelly! And he tells us, I can score too.
92-90. Nakalitong laban na ito. 5:26 left.
Chongqui again. Leung back on the floor as well for Macau. He gets the touch. Jennings, gustong atakiyan si Mikey.
Good luck.
It's Williams swinging to Stockton. Attacks baseline.
Yes.
Alex scores.
Pwede pa may foul dun eh. But again, the assist from Mikey Williams is second.
Shackelford mula sa labas. That's way off.
But a good rebounder by Mitchell. Parang pasa nangyari.
Chongqui doesn't get the roll.
And an opportunity now here for Converge to take the lead here. And again, who's the point guard now? You know, this is what you expected.
And sooner or later, he's going to get his buckets.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to put on a scoring show.
I don't even remember if they played at all here in Nino. Look at other pass. And the league. Third assists already, no?
Yung maganda dito kay Mikey Williams, Doc, in his return, ang dali manggigil na makascore ulit, but he's not doing that.
Veterano na yan. Magandali sa kanya mag-adjust. He's going to be 34 years old this year.
And Converge is now leading again, 94-92. Shackleford, Tulyong. Chongqui, pinag-isipan eventually uncorks it. Mitchell with a board. And Lao nawala sa kanya yung bola. Stockton looking to go right at Chongqui. And now Converge has gained momentum in this game.
They've taken a 4-point lead.
The switch gives Mitchell advantage inside.
And a bad pass. You know, one thing about here that they have to adjust, we can play zone in this league.
Hindi nagkaintindihan si Damian and Tony. That time, Tyler and Kelly, pinapakita na rin yung opensa niya. Ganun na rin. Eto si Alex Stockton, the Converge FiberXers have taken a 4-point lead.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Philippine. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Game, this has been an introduction put on by Damian Chongqui, who in his first game dito sa PBA, parang meron na agad rivalry with Alex Stockton, and both players have put on their best in a scoring showdown. 19 para kay Chongqui, 18 para kay Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton has played, very controlled basketball. Ang problema lang niya yung kanyang fouls. But
may apat.
Makikita mo talaga yung teamwork niya. Mikey just made the adjustment very easily. Wow, finally! Naka-double figures. Now he's 12 points in the ball game. No?
And Apple has more for us.
Pinag-uusapan niya si Alex Stockton. Binulungan siya nila kay Daniel Defonso kanina. Sabi sa kanya, tama yung ginagawa mo. Keep it physical, challenging. Siguraduhin lang daw niyang huwag siya yung unang mapipikon. Balik sa inyo.
That is always the challenge.
Pakaw sa kanya.
Pinapahirapan talaga ni Stockton ito si Chongqui. And Converge has been on a massive run.
Hindi pa rin magta-timeout ito nga. Nakakagulat. They have a lot of timeouts. They have 2 and 30. I think that's available to them. Yung Macau.
Suddenly, 8 na lamang netong FiberXers.
Traveling. Itong problema nila, unlike Eastern has the guys 6'7" and 6'8" that could score. Kaya malakas sila They have big men that can score. It's easier to control smaller players, wing players, than guys that are consistently big and can score outside and inside. Now I was talking about the hard, in 2 weeks, Converge will play 4 games. In 2.5 weeks, Macau will play 4 games.
Wow, that's a packed schedule. Williams almost losing it against Lau. That's a familiar Mikey Williams move.
Air ball. Oh, nasundan naman ni Alex. What a game. What a game.
It has been intense between these two.
And he gives the ball up quickly to Mikey. Great respect. He take care of the ball.
Policarpio, pinag-isipan yung 4, atake na lang, iwan kay Baltazar. And shoots it over Mitchell.
Di ba rin tumatay? So they'll lose by Maybe double figures at this stage. They're down by 10.
Meron pang tig-dalawang timeout.
Yeah, and may 30-second timeout.
Yeah,
then.
but yeah, you're right. Macau opting not to use it. Lau, and he's gotta be a threat, Doc.
Nagalit ang coach doon dahil hindi niya tinira yun. Because that was set up for another steal though. And nakabanggaan ng ulo and a 24-second shot clock violation. Tinutulungan ni Alex dahil accidental yung banggaan ng ulo. Pareho silang nagtamaan ng ulo.
It's been physical but it hasn't been dirty. That hit was inadvertent. Hindi naman sadya.
Baka ngayon naging kaibigan na siya dahil tinulungan pa siya ni Alex.
All is well that ends well.
Accidental. Ayun, na-swipe niya yung mukha niya.
You gotta tip your hat off to David Chongi. He's given everything he's got. There's a timeout on the floor. 53 seconds remaining. 10-point lead for Converge. We'll stay on the air for this. It has been a great game. Ngayon lamang yung Converge ng 10. Nag-start yung laro, Doc. Umabot ng 13 points yun lamang nila ng first quarter. Then Macau erected their own big lead.
Yeah, but because their shots went in. And because Converge did not defend against that because they were missing all their shots in the first quarter. Once you realize and they settled down in the third quarter, they took that game away from the Macau Black Knights.
Yun talaga magiging question mark for Macau. As it was when we last saw them play Gilas Filipinas. Saan manggagaling ang opensa kapag hindi nalalaglag yung mga tira sa labas?
Remember sa Eastern, who's that white guy na 6'7", galing to meron.
Hayden Blackley.
Yeah, Blackley, you know, he's 6'7", so he does a lot of things. He can rebound, he can pass, he can drive to the basket, he can shoot. Iba yun eh, you consistently have the height that can really bludgeon the other team, you know.
Ito yung steal kanina ni Stockton on Chong Hui. And then it led to Baltazar scoring over Mitchell.
They play this wisely. It's already a one-ball game here for the Converge team. Now it's just a matter of how many points they win. And they know Macau is going to be a tough team. So you want to win by as many points as you can.
Williams still looking for his first bucket. Hindi pa rin pumasok yung tira ni Mikey. Stockton, nag-uubos ng oras. Stockton, hindi handa si Kelly dun sa tira niya.
How many times have you? Because he's not looking to score it. He's looking to rebound.
Yeah.
Throw it up in the air or maybe give me an alley-oop. But not down here.
Yun din naman ang tama ka, Doc. Kailangan matutunan ni Stockton. If you're gonna pass to Kyler Kelly, might as well just throw it up. Siya na bahala dun.
Another rebound there. And it will stay within Macau Black Bears. They'll have one more shot at this basket.
Nakakatawa yung video nakita ko kanina. Tinuturuan nila Stockton, nila Arana, and Gomez Del Llano si Kyler Kelly maglaro ng Hep Hep Hooray.
Stockton with about 2 or 3 steals here.
Eto ba, gusto bang dagdagan ng puntos? Won't be able to do it. Leong?
Yeah, you take that. That's 2 points. It cuts the lead down to lead.
And the final score is 102-94, an 8-point lead para sa Converge FiberXers. The new look FiberXers successful in their first game in the new conference of the PBA. At ang una nilang biktima, itong guest team na Macau Black Knights. But Doc, I'm sure you also were impressed with the Black Knights, but they were no match to the brilliance of Alex Stockton.
I think that if they don't have a big man to score for them, they'll have a lot of problems. I don't think the import is going to be a 30-point scorer against good teams. So that's a problem for them because their other big men did not score today.
Yun na nga, yan kakailanganin talaga nila ng dominant presence sa ilalim. Ito naman si Stockton, pinahirapan yung mga guards ng Macau on the defensive end. Tapos pagdating sa opensa, also brought it with 18 points to show for. Alex Stockton leading the way para sa Converge FiberXers, winning their Commissioner's Cup debut 102 to 94.
I actually, for me, it was Stockton and Concepcion that got them back on track and led them to this victory.
At ang mga mapapanood natin on Friday, dito pa rin sa Nino Aquino Stadium, 5:15 Blackwater versus NLEX, 7:30 p.m. Magnolia versus Phoenix. All those 4 teams will also be making their debuts dito sa Commissioner's Cup.
With a new coach.
Yes.
Couple of new players. Tenorio continues to coach the Magnolia Hotshots. Let's see what kind of import they got here.
That's going to be very exciting. Pero magpapaalam na muna po kami for Dr. J, for Apple David, and para sa aming talented production and technical teams at para sa aming kapatid na si Jerome Trio. John Sulit po, nagpapasalamat sa patuloy ninyong panonood ng PBA dito lang sa RPTV.
Final score of 102 to 94. The Converge FiberXers take their first win of the conference. And joining me is their best player of the game, Alex Stockton. Alex, congratulations. That was 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 steals. Now, in that game, there were a lot of moments when the momentum shifted. How did the team just stay together and, of course, weather those runs?
First of all, I'd like to thank God for this win. In regards to that, I think we just wanted to buckle down on defense. We weren't really getting much on the offensive end, so Gov and the rest of the coaching staff adjusted really well. They told us to stay home and make sure we contain Damien, and he was doing really well. So we wanted to buckle down on defense, and I'm just glad it worked out for us.
Now, you did mention Damien. Alec, we saw a lot of intense and emotional moments between you and Damien. How much did that individual battle just push you to stay aggressive throughout that game?
I mean, it's been a while since we last played our PBA game, and it was as much of a heartbreak for us. So I just want to give my team a spark, and I'm just glad it worked out well for us. It gave us a little energy down the stretch, and it helped us bring home the W.
All right, before I let you go, do you have anybody to greet or thank?
I'd like to give a shout out to my family over there, Eliza, Shiloh, and Jalen. And shout out to the rest of the coaching staff and my teammates, and Boss Danny over here. And to all the PBA and Converge fans. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Once again, that was our best player of the game, Alex Stockton. Now let's turn it over to Apple in the post-game press conference with our winning coach.
Welcome to our post-game press conference. We're joined by Coach Delta Pineda of Converge. Coach, congratulations. Before the game, nabanggit mo sa akin how because konti lang yung inyong panahon at oras to practice as a complete team. You weren't expecting a lot in this opening game. Pero ano yung masasabi mo at nakita mo sa nilaro ng iyong mga players na magandang senyales for this conference?
Okay, so if you see, nag-struggle kami dun sa last part ng first half and start ng third. Nag-struggle kami. One good thing, on the fourth, nag-step up lahat pa rin yung mga bata.
Ano?
Time to look back at the action between the Macau Black Knights and the Converge FiberXers. nung simula nito, maagang umarangkada itong Converge FiberXers with Mikey Baltazar rocking the rim with that one-hander.
Maganda talaga ang umpisa ni Baltazar dito. At saka medyo malas sa outside shooting itong Macau. Kaya nagkaroon ng konting distance itong Converge.
Yung Macau, as you see, buckets mula sa Converge. Yung Macau, 0 for 9 sa 3. 0 for 5 sa 4 in that first quarter. Wala talaga nahulog, no?
And then, you know, all of a sudden, it turned around. But still, ang magandang ginawa dito ng Converge is pile as many points as you can. And they took an 8-point lead going into the second quarter.
Pero yun nga, 8 lang ang lamang. Tapos, nung nahulog na yung mga tira nila sa labas in the second quarter, doon na lumamang ito Macau.
It started with that 4-point shot of Chonky. And then tuloy-tuloy na. Tapos si Lyong. Ito ng mga ako sa kabila. But like I said, basketball is hard to win with small men. You know, like no matter how good the Golden State Warriors are, if you don't have big men, you're not gonna cut it, man.
Si Stockton brought the intensity though para sa
And the other team had the big men coming. And you know, with their big men not even being a scorer, talking about their import, he was a rebounder and a defensive force on the inside.
Well, the hot shooting of Macau in the second quarter gave them a 4-point lead at the break. And in the third quarter, early on, nagpatuloy pa yung hot shooting na yan,
Yeah, and that was what Coach Delta Pineda was saying. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin. Pati ito kasi Mitchell, nakatira ng from long range.
That's right. Pero
Archie Concepcion here, but this started it all for them. Natuwa yung mga kasama niya dito sa kanya.
Yeah, with Kyle and Kelly, doon yung una nating naramdaman na yung opensa niya. And then you're right, makakasagot pa ng konti ang Macau. But the game changer doon sa quarter na yan was Archie Concepcion.
There he is, he started. 3, 2, you know, tuloy-tuloy yun. May agaw pa nga yan, hindi lang umabot sa oras. Ayan,
Yun, pinakita natin yun, was his second of back-to-back jumpers already. Kaya lumamang na rin itong Converge. Pero it was a tight game. Palitan actually ng lamang yan in the fourth quarter.
But then the fact that even though Mikey didn't score, the effect was different. And being a point guard, he started dishing off to his teammates. And they respect him because they know he's a champion player.
Yeah. You know what, Doc? Nung fourth quarter nang pumasok si Williams, wasn't really able to score but he had a couple of assists. And it was the defense of Converge that won them this game.
So eventually, couple of, you know, and this guy also began to harm here. Another one of those interceptions by Stockton. A pass here. And alley-oop. Very simple alley-oop of the glass.
6 na Converge FiberXers ang natapos in double figures led by the 18 points of Alex Stockton. Etong si Balti also ended up with 14 markers. Stockton had 18 points and 6 steals. Yung kanilang import na si Kylan Kelly, 12 points and 19 rebounds. Samahan mo pa ng 4 na blocks. Converge wins this game 102-94. At dyan na po magtatapos ang aming handog sa inyo on the opening night of the PBA Season 50 Commissioner's Cup. Again, for my partners, Dr. J. Andy Howe and Apple David, para po sa aming kupunan dito ng Sports 5, our production team, our technical team. Ako po si Jot Sulit, nagpapaalala na ingatan niyo mga sarili niyo, always stay healthy, and we'll catch you in the next game day of the PBA. And we again would like to take this moment to honor our teammate, Jerome Trio, who continues to serve as our inspiration with every coverage that we make. Para sa iyo to, Ja. Maraming salamat.